sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. They've got Walker Kessler, Carter out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Morant, and it's Moore in at the 2. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Okongwu is out there with Keefe, and it's prime time in at the 1. The playoff picture coming into focus now, Greg, with a good portion of this regular season behind us.
And for the teams that are definitely in, they're trying to maintain momentum and health, right? But for the teams still clawing and fighting their way in, that's where it gets exciting.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. From the arc, and that's good for 3 points. A shot from primetime.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the miss by Ja Morant. Here's primetime. His shot is good, making it a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
When he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. Of course, Ja Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
I got him.
Now Carter, after the missed 3 from primetime. Morant outside. Drops in the layup for 2. Morant's got his second bucket tonight.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Here's primetime. 5 points in the game. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Moore. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Rebound, Minnesota.
You're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's primetime. Last game he had 34 points. Carter against McDaniel. And it's good for 2.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's primetime. Guarded by Morant. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Here's primetime. 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off the shot here. Kept alive. Here's Okongwu. And it's sent back by Kessler. More in the corner. Back to Morant. And there's the drive. The rebound by Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 3. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Now here's more. Following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu. And the drought. And it's prime time missing. Sacramento leading by 3. Morant outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Morant. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Kings. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And when you look at the Timberwolves, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption.
And rejection by McDaniel. Really left alone that time. Carter's got his second basket of the night. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's prime time, and that one drops.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. Takes the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Carter's got 7 points.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Here's prime time. 10 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. It's Edwards on the wing. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Oh, that is a stone-cold 3 by the Ant-Man.
The Kings leading. Now Morant. He's got 6. Outside Carter. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Here's prime time, guarded by Morant. And the Kings pushing it up now. No good from Moore. The Timberwolves have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's prime time. Back to Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands. You let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Walton's checked in. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Morant with it. A 26-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Reynolds. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Here's Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, you want Mitchell Robinson to finish with strength and authority, and he does there.
Minnesota in the lead. Here's prime time. 12 points for him. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
It's Morant with the drop. And they recover it. It's not going to go for him.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's prime time. He's got 15. Pass to Edwards. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Minnesota making some changes. Stevens is jacked in. And Andrew Nemhard's subbed in for McDaniels. Primetime is up there with Dillingham. Then there's Murray. Then it's Keefe. And it's McDaniels at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Reynolds. Over Dillingham. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Reynolds. Minnesota's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Here's Primetime. There's the triple. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Here's Aldama, guarded by Keefe. Carter with the 3. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Primetime in the last game against Detroit had a huge game. He had 34 points and a triple-double for all that effort. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter. Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Moore finds Aldama. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Can't hit from in close. Here's Primetime, defended by Aldama. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Keefe. Aldama with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
It's good from long range.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Here's Primetime, defended by Carter. Primetime's shot is good.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Who's got ball?
Six on the shot clock. Out to the wing. Here's McDaniels. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Murray against Robinson. Kicks to Moore. Passes to Reynolds. Now Aldama. Dishes to Carter. Fires the 3. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul.
Mitchell Robinson.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Okongwu comes in for Murray. And quickly in for Dillingham. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Sacramento. Timberwolves leading by 7. Quickly the pass to Keefe. Pass to Primetime. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Tries it from 9. And the Kings check on 2 more. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Puts up a three. And in Sacramento with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally, is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
It's the three-point bomb.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And it's Carter missing.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? The pass to Kessler. Now the dish to Moore. Pass to Reynolds. Passes it to Moore. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over McDaniels. And the shot is long.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Now the feed to Okongwu. Over Kessler. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Reynolds. No good again that time.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Moore outside. He kicks it to Carter. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the inside. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And then Carter with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Primetime, defended by Carter. Okongwu trying to break free, and it's Primetime missing. Carter outside. Out to the right wing. Moore against Okongwu. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Kept alive by Sacramento. Minnesota leading by 10. Quickly kicks to McDaniel. Here's Primetime. He's got 25. Offline with his three. DB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim. Wow.
There's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job.
That free throw, no good.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Some changes for Minnesota. After one half, it hasn't even been close. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 18. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
The Kings, 52.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from primetime.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
On the court right now for the Kings, Santi Aldama is out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's Carter. Then there's John Morant. And it's more in at the shooting guard position. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Minnesota leading by 20. And the call will be against primetime. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Morant outside. Off target with his three.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
To the paint. It's good. Okongwu's now got 4 points this quarter.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Edwards. Good. Edwards got 19 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Moore outside. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. From deep. Aldama can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 22. Here's primetime. 25 points in the game. But free drills the three-pointer. And he has 28 points for the game.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Sacramento shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Both free throws good from Morant. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter, and the basket is good. And that's now 30 points for prime time.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Morant, and the layup's good off the glass.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Timberwolves have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Here's primetime, guarded by Morant. Shot clock at 6. Here's primetime, 30 points in the game. Edwards, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Morant looking around. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Morant's got 10 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
And the pass to primetime.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to Edwards. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Edwards got 22.
three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Murray's checked in for Okongwu. And it's prime time missing. Sacramento's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Good on the bucket.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And, you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Inside. Passes it to prime time. To McDaniels over Carter. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got 8 points.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
Now Kessler. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Morant kicks to Carter. From deep three-point land. Kept alive by Sacramento.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Here's prime time. He has 30. There's the three. Cans it from downtown. Prime time's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. One guy who's been getting it done is prime time.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. And here are the teams that have been on fire from the three-point line ever since the All-Star break. The Timberwolves, number 1. Minnesota making some changes. Murray's checked in for Walton. Quickly comes in for Andrew Nembhard. And prime time subbed in for Dillingham. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Stewart passes to Morant. And he makes that one. Morant's got 24 points.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second-chance points.
We've got Anthony Edwards. Primetime is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then there's Murray. And it's Stevens in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
And then Morant rams it in.
And he can get to the rim with the best of them. Morant always finds a way.
Down low. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
No good on the free throw. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Here's prime time. Another miss by Minnesota. The Kings have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Morant passes to Moore. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
He hits the second from the line. Here's prime time. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top-quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Here's prime time, guarded by Morant. Here's prime time. Can't connect from short range. The Kings have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Here's Morant. Minnesota with the rebound. Stephen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's prime time, guarded by Stewart. Prime time's shot is good. Prime time's got 40 points.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Morant left side. And Carter has it in the corner. Morant outside. Prime time grabs the ball. Prime time's got 11 rebounds in the game. Stockton's checked in for Walker Kessler.
In for the Kings, Stockton.
Minnesota's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's prime time. Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Murray right side. There's the pass to prime time. It's Edwards on the wing. Bangs home the trifecta. Edwards got 15 points in just the second half.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness. Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Moore against Quickly. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Murray's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Morant outside. He takes it in, and so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And some changes here for the Kings. Walton's checked in for Carter, and it's Reynolds in for Moore. Morant passes to Stockton. Primetime grabs the board. Primetime's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Takes a 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Back to Morant. And the shot goes in. Morant's got 34.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here's Primetime. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Pass to Stockton. Morant outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Walton's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Kings also at the sub. Aldama's checked in. Here's Primetime. Good. And it's Walton who picks up the assist. 45 points for Primetime.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Walton. That shot off. The Timberwolves shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Here's Primetime. Misses the 3. Sacramento's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And Morant throws it down.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shot at the rim.
Quickly the pass to Primetime. 1:37 left here in the fourth quarter. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Floats it up there for Morant. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
Well, in a dominant year where we've watched this team battle night in and night out all season long, this will bring their win total to an impressive 69.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Primetime.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
Here's Reynolds, quickly covering. Pass to Reynolds. The 3 from Morant. That one, no good.
I mean, come on, jack that one in the face of some strong defense. You got to think twice about that next time.
Here's Primetime. And the three off target. Morant outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Morant's got 42 in the game. Here's Primetime. Puts up a deep three. It's off. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.